Magnolia has been named one of the top 10 films of 1999 by both Rolling Stone magazine and the Wall Street Journal. I am pleased to have the director back on this broadcast. Welcome back.
Thanks a lot.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is getting a lot of attention.
It's working.
What's this movie about?
None of us could figure it out, you know, and it wasn't like someone could figure it out and someone else didn't agree with it. It was really just well, it's too hard to describe, so let's just say here's who's in it, these are the characters, and, you know, I mean, I could probably go on forever about what it's about, but, you know, you'd hate me in the morning.
All right, well, that's true. But let me just bring several things to the table. First of all, you said you have said in this movie everything you wanted to say about this sort of particular subject.
Yeah.
The movie's called Magnolia. Magnolia is the name of a boulevard in San Fernando Valley. Right?
Yeah.
Why the title Magnolia?
Well, there's
other
that.
than the fact that it's a boulevard in San Fernando Valley.
There's that, and on top of that, you know what happened is I had the title first, you know, and you start to sort of go, why is Magnolia sticking in my head? Why do these letters look so nice to me? And it is a boulevard, but I started to research a couple different things, and something that came up was the Magonia, which is this mythical place above the firmament where stuff goes and hangs out, apparently. You know, so a ship is lost at sea, you know, and then an anchor falls down at some farmer's barn in Iowa, you know. Apparently the ship has been up in the Magonia for a while, hanging out, and then it dropped its anchor sort of 20 years later. So that sort of weird sort of, you know, link, I said, well, okay, this is starting to make sense.
What's this movie about?
You know what it's about? All right, you got me. I'll tell you what it's about. Here's what it's about. It's about parent-children relationships, you know, and how that informs who you are, who we are. It's about how you grow up and how that affects who you are.
Okay, now let me
Did I do a good job?
Well, you're getting there, but not quite. I mean, what's interesting about this is A, your skill, B, and B, you did say, you said you poured everything you wanted to say about this particular subject matter into this film.
Yeah.
What we have in this film, 8 stories, 9 characters, 2 dying men.
Yeah.
People who are affected by that death.
Yeah.
A nurse, a trophy wife. We have a sex guru, brilliantly played by Tom Cruise. We have a policeman. We have a cocaine addict. We have all these characters.
They're all there.
And their stories kind of connect.
Yeah.
Someone said this is about American angst.
Yeah. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what happened? I just I'd said this before, but I set out to write something really small and cheap after Boogie Nights. I wanted to just make a movie.
Small and cheap?
Yeah. I just figured the best thing to do here with all this sort of Boogie Nights stuff that was happening and sort of attention paid to me, it was really nice, but I thought I should do my job, you know, and my job is to just make movies. So I sat down and I started to write. And there was so much happening in my life at the time, and I was just going through so much. Sort of personal things, you know, that I just kept writing. I kept writing what was going on around me, whether it was me or people that I knew. You know, I sort of just ended up sort of vomiting out onto the page all the stuff that was around me. So that's what it's about. You know, that's what it's about. It's about me.
What part of this movie is about you?
All of it, and that's not being really all of it. I mean, you know. We all have families that we, you know, have to figure out and deal with and try and explore what went wrong or what's going on.
Is that what interests you the most, a sort of sense of the angst or the dysfunctionality of a life?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's where the interesting stuff is.
It's you know, I think that you know, families are just endless, juicy ammunition for great stories. You know, they're never going to let you down for good drama or good comedy.
But here's what else they say about you: is that they say in talking about you that you love your characters, and it's all on the screen. You know, you're not too critical of these people. You just show who they are.
Yeah.
And that this is a director who loves these characters, or a writer who loves these characters, right?
Yeah, and I think it's true. But I think it comes from the fact that when I write movies, I write them for very specific actors, and these actors are my friends: John Riley, Philip Baker Hall.
All right, well, stop. Let's talk about that because that's really interesting. John Riley plays